And could they keep it going undefeated against a team with a new plot? The Buffalo Bills circling the wagons were one of the best that ever circled it. Little Doug Flutie. Could David beat Goliath? Could little Flutie and the Bills beat Dante Culpepper and the Vikings? Those two quarterbacks are 15 years, 86 pounds, and a half a foot apart, by the way. Doug Flutie and Dante Culpepper. Flutie to Moles, though, 34 yards. Eric calls in the touchdown. 7-3 Buffalo early second. On third down today, Buffalo outstanding. Doug Flutie starting for the injured Rob Johnson. He'll start while Johnson mends his separated shoulder. That's 3rd and 1 to Moles. Here's Moles on a slant. It's the first down. And the same drive, another third down.
One of the things the Vikings wanted to do is force Flutie to get rid of the ball quickly, but he did it, but he was so accurate today.
3rd and 2 after a little bit of a slow start. Flutie really feeling it. You know he wanted to start. How about this, a 22-play drive? Bad news, it was only a field goal, but it's 10-6 Bills at the half. You keep Minnesota's offense off the field, running the play clock down to like 3 and 2 seconds. And then Sam Rogers makes the play for Buffalo's defense late in the 3rd quarter, and Buffalo is in business.
Well, Sam Rogers, between the hash marks and the numbers, you see him get into his drop. Culpepper never actually saw him coming from inside out. Great grab of the football. Big turnover for his defensive coordinator, Teddy Cottrell.
Flutie, then he slings that ball kind of 3/4 or a sidearm to Shammy Marish, and it's 24-13 Buffalo early 4th, and Flutie saying we can do even better than that. He's taking charge. He's that sort of leader. Flutie, 10 of 11 on 3rd down. Meanwhile, the Vikings, though, they can strike. Robert Smith, 20-yard run. It's a first down. Next play, Dante Culpepper. And Chris Carter, all he does?
Catch touchdown.
11 yards. Vikings go for 2, get it. 24-21 Buffalo. Field goal makes it 27-21. But look at Culpepper fire to Randy Moss. Amazing throw. Amazing catch. Culpepper to Moss. 39-yard touchdown, 28-27 Vikings.
Yeah, and just watch the catch from behind. Great. Watch his feet freeze. His upper body continues. Great concentration by Randy Moss, but we're getting used to it.
And now get used to a Flutie comeback. Under 3 minutes to go. 3rd and 11 from the 19. Doug Flutie trying to show that Flutie magic to Peerless Price, but he can't hold on. He's hit by Robert Tate. Orlando Thomas recovers for the Vikings. Ensuing drive. History. Gary Anderson needed 10 points to pass George Blanda. He gets 11, the all-time leading scorer. Congratulations to the young man from South Africa. 2,004 points with his children on the field, mom and Coach Dennis Green, but there's still a football game because with the score 31-27 Minnesota, Doug Flutie still has a chance. 33 seconds to go, the Bills with no timeout. Eric Moles, 20 yards. Tick, 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 tick. Last play. They're inside the 50. Does Flutie have the arm? Vikings have to
knock it down.
They do it. Robert Griffin does it. And it's Doug Flutie and the Bills come back short after Minnesota comes from behind. They were 11 down. Vikings remain undefeated. They are 7-0 as they win it by the count of 31-27, despite the fact Buffalo had the ball for 36 minutes, despite the fact the Bills outgained the Vikings by about 50, 60 yards. But you know what? First things first. When you're the all-time record holder for points scored, as Gary Anderson did, obviously a day you'll never forget.
It couldn't have happened in a more special way. You know, about halfway through the 4th quarter there when we were down by 13, it didn't look like a field goal was going to help us any. And I think it was just indicative of how our teams played all year. And we found a way to get it done. And then for me personally to get an opportunity to kick a field goal at the end in front of our home crowd and in that kind of setting at the end of the game, it was I couldn't have written it in a better way myself.
So Gary Anderson, who kicked for Pittsburgh from 82 to 94, a couple of years in Eagle, a year in San Francisco, the last 3 of the Vikings, 41 years young, drafted but let go by Buffalo in 1982, has certainly made himself quite a professional, hasn't he? Congratulations, Gary, one of the good guys. 2,004 points, eclipsing the mark held by Hall of Famer George Blanda, son of a former pro soccer player in England.